So Sonic 2 starts out with him gotta going fast,
Just like John Wick.
just like John Wick.
Gotta go
It's
fast.
did it actually start with? No, it started out with Robotnik, Eggman.
Yes, he
It
is
started with
trapped.
Eggman in the Mushroom Dimension.
Oh, I was gonna say Mushroom Kingdom.
No, that's a different franchise. So the Mushroom Dimension doesn't have a lot in it, but he does create something.
It has a bunch of mushrooms.
It does have a bunch of mushrooms and a stone that he carved and named Stone.
That was his Wilson.
Yeah, his lover from Earth. Not a hot take either. I mean, read between the lines of dialogue. And so he makes this weird little beacon that I don't think he planned on it just being like a light beam into space, like a signal. But that's what it ended up being. And then
Was he using Sonic's little quill for that?
Yeah.
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 He also was trying to make tea with that quill.
Yeah, he's got a weird affinity for the weird electromagnetic, whatever's going on with that, and tasting it. Which I've never tasted Sonic's quill before, so I can't attest to.
It might be
whether
might be
it
really
being
great.
great or
It
not.
might- yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we can assume. So he's a junkie, and he's trying to get off the mushroom planet, and sends a little
He's trying to get
distress
off
beacon.
mushrooms in
And
general.
then the echidnas show up, but it's not really the echidnas because the echidnas are gone. But it looks like the echidna warriors, right? That's
I don't
I'm
know if
not.
we know exactly who it was that was coming through there, but
It looked like humans.
That's true.
But
It did
that
look
might
like
have
humans.
that might have just been like.
You're right about that.
But I guess,
But it was weird. It was like a weird.
especially because
something.
they drive the point of him being the only one left.
Yeah.
They drive that home.
So it
real
wasn't
hard.
the echidnas, but it kind of felt like it was
Yeah,
because Knuckles showed up right afterwards.
maybe they were looking for Knuckles.
Maybe. I think that they were just looking for Sonic's quill because that's like their Horcrux.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
And so Knuckles shows up and he goes, I've been looking for you." And Eggman's like, "No, you're looking for this. We have a common enemy." And that and then they walk through a portal back to Earth.
And he was like, "Oh yes,
Perfect. And then we get to Sonic, who's just using his fucking rings to be Batman.
that's two." That's
Oh
two.
no! Okay,
Get
so we
rid of
can't
that
have
too.
another one anymore.
Sorry. You took both of them.
Damn, that was a Shadow reference. Maria. So Sonic is trying to save things, but does the classic like superhero thing where they're like, "I just saved these people," but really he destroyed a bunch of other stuff in the process.
Why do they always got to destroy a bunch of stuff in order to save people?
You know, that's a part of growth. You know, you got to learn from your mistakes.
You got to live and learn.
Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Anyways, so Sonic has been sneaking out to do these things, and Tom,
Like a bad little hedgehog,
like a naughty little hedgehog,
sneaking out.
and Tom finds out, and he goes, "You can't be doing this, dude. It's not okay." And Sonic goes, "I have these powers. I have to use them to save people." And this is where we get Tom's. One day your powers will be needed.
Yeah, that's his. Well, I was gonna say that was.
And
his,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Dad, I have my own life now.
Why don't
From
you
a
leave me
Goofy
alone
movie.
and get your own life? And then
Yeah, when he gets
they
the-
talk.
Yeah, he gets the great power, great responsibility.
Yeah, and then we get like a short little cutscene that Tails exists, which we'll come back to, I guess. Probably really jarring for a lot of people who've never watched or been a part of any
I
Sonic
thought he was
thing
introduced at the end of the first one.
It was like a cut. No, yeah, it was like a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
That Tails was there.
Tails is there.
Um,
Why do
and-
they call him Tails?
it's
wonder.
probably his Tails.
I disagree. I think it has something to do with his personality. Is the opposite of Sonic's.
Yeah, because everyone knows the opposite of Sonic is Tails. Oh no, Steven's laughing a little too hard at that one. Okay, so now Tom and his wife are gonna go to Hawaii for a wedding. They use one of Sonic's rings because
It's,
that's what the
his
budget provides.
His wife's sister.
His wife's sister from the first movie, who does not like Tom for good reason.
See, that was
'Cause he's
something.
white.
That was something I actually totally forgot about. Like, I don't remember the sister ever being. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't remember her at all in the first movie.
She showed up like at the end. When they were in San Francisco,
I don't.
Just like Tails.
just like Tails.
At the
I
end.
don't remember that at all.
It's when they
Oh,
played
the
City Escape.
The end
They
of the
did do that.
movie. That's why I called him Tails, because it was at the end of the movie they introduced him.
Sure. His name's actually Miles. Miles per hour.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, Steven, stay there for a second. No.
I'm sorry. I thought you were telling me
Yeah.
to
No,
stay
my nose
on
itches.
you for a
Sorry,
second.
his pneumonia is acting up.
It's okay.
I'm having a pneumonia flare up.
Come on, just scratch it. Just scratch it real quick. It's okay.
All right, so
They're going to a
they
wedding.
leave. Sonic
Yeah.
gets the house to himself for a couple of days, and immediately, as he's like having the time of his life, Knuckles punches a hole through the wall and starts beating him up. And Eggman's back, and he goes, "No, not this, not right now. While I'm being responsible." And then they fight, and they get in a little tussle, and then Tails shows up in a police car and hits Knuckles with it, and drives off and goes, "Sonic, I'm your biggest fan. I know everything about you. Everything." And Sonic goes, "Well, hopefully you're not like watching me while I'm in the shower." And he goes, "That's a trick question. Everyone knows Sonic the Hedgehog takes baths." And then they never address that ever again.
And then no, he did the whole. Did we just become best friends
Yeah.
from Step Brothers?
Did we just become best friends? And then they get chased down by a raging Echidna and Jim Carrey as the Grinch. And
Idris Elba. Idris Elba is
Idris Elba is
Knuckles.
voicing Knuckles, which is
Very well
an
done.
awesome choice.
Yeah, his voice is very very nice.
And I forget what happens next. So they have to look for the Master Emerald, which is what Knuckles is there to find, because apparently Sonic knows where the Master Emerald is,
So yeah, Sonic's
even though
family.
he never heard about it before.
I guess Sonic's family.
The
stole
owls.
It. Yeah, the owls.
owls took it
stole
from the Echidnas.
Echidnas because they were.
And it's the source of the ultimate power, which is true
I
with
mean,
the
were they-
games, but in the games, the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds are all separate, so it's a little weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, but there's points in the movie where like it like breaks up and it's like the 7
Yeah, but
emeralds that make it up.
yeah,
But they don't have to collect them like the Dragon Balls.
but Steven, if you remember, part of the plot to Sonic Adventure 2 is that Eggman got all of the Chaos Emeralds, and then Knuckles got the Master Emerald to replicate the power of the Chaos Emeralds, so Sonic and Shadow could beat the
Ooh,
Bio-Lizard.
yeah, how could you forget that, bro?
That's a good point. I totally forgot about
You
that.
totally
And
forgot.
So they're
lest,
separate things.
lest we
Yeah.
forget the fake one.
Yes, the fake one that Tails made to trick Eggman.
Yeah, and definitely did not work.
It definitely did not work.
I feel like
Are you-
what they did in the movies was okay. It simplified it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
Well, same with the rings. The rings don't do shit in the games. They're just rings. They're like
Yeah.
coins.
They don't fall
But
out
they
of
have
him when he gets knocked
teleport
out.
things.
Like it would have been funny if when Knuckles hit him, rings fell out. But
Yeah,
did
they
not.
made the ring noise.
But they did not. Yeah.
So they got to go look for this. They got to go look for this Maltese Falcon of sorts to try to solve all of these problems.
Wait, hold up. I wanted to talk for a second about why did the owls try to take away the emerald from the Echidnas?
That's a great question, and I think that has more to do with the Sonic comics. That even though I know a lot about Sonic, for some reason I did not ever read those because I'm not a loser.
Wow.
I'm just lame.
Damn, I definitely actually.
Ouch. Sorry for
own,
all you
like, one or
Sonic
two at some
lovers.
point.
Can I borrow them?
I don't know where they are, but I think so. To answer your question, if I remember correctly, they made the Chaos or the Master
Echidnas?
Emerald. Yeah. And so one of them was using it for nefarious things,
Ooh.
and that's when the
owls
owls
were like,
swooped in.
all
I
right.
may be
So they were just like,
remembering that
we're going to guard it
incorrectly.
because we're truly impartial, and
Yeah,
you
that would
guys
make
can't be trusted.
that would make sense.
Yeah, something to that effect, if I remember.
I mean, the Echidna tribe kept on messing things up in the video game lore, so
It's really their
that
own
makes
fault.
sense.
Yeah. So,
So
I
that's
think we all
probably
agree.
why. And then the owls hid it from them, which is probably a smart move. And for some reason, they think Sonic knows where it is,
Yeah.
which he does not.
He does not. He never heard of the thing.
Never heard of it.
They're like, hey,
But kind of wants to know about it. And Sonic says that the Master Emerald's just a bedtime story, but they're gonna still look for it. And then Robotnik and Knuckles also come up with the plan to try to find the Master Emerald. You're doing real good over there, buddy. Brady, my boy. Sonic has this feather from Longclaw, his mom, which, by the way, pick a better name, please. Just call her Mom or something, because every time he's like, "Yeah, I miss Longclaw." It's a little weird.
He could abbreviate it. He could say LC.
Elsie, yeah, I miss
LC so
Elsie.
much.
My mom, Mama Elsie, something like that. Elsie would actually, for short, it's like Elsie. That works. I like that.
I do too.
Which is like Elise, which is
New headcanon.
which
Her
is
name is Elsie.
Sonic's girlfriend from Sonic 06, who's actually a human and a princess. Anyways, so Sonic has this feather from Longclaw, and it's for some reason like a hologram projector, and so
yeah.
it just like shoots out, and she goes, "Sonic, you have to save us. You're our only hope." And then the feather disappears, and that was the last thing he had of Longclaws, which is pretty cool.
Which wasn't the hologram projecting upwards, but how did
Yep.
the hologram feather fall into his hand?
No idea.
I noticed that, and I was like, that doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, there's no continuity there. And Sonic goes, "Oh, okay, so I know where to find it now." And then they go to this mountaintop for some reason that I can't remember. Probably because that's where they were looking for the Master Emerald.
No, they were looking for the compass.
Oh, the compass that Longclaw
the
said.
compass that
said,
shows them the
"Please,
way.
Sonic the Hedgehog, you're our only hope.
Yeah.
This is where the compass is."
The wayfinder to the
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
Where Sonic sees himself falling towards darkness, and then he
Yes.
gets his weird double lightsaber.
Yes. That he never uses ever.
Ever again. You never see it, or it's ever referenced ever
So
again.
what was the point of even showing it to us?
Yeah. And so they show up to this weird mountaintop, and Eggman and Knuckles
Follow them.
follow,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Knuckles doesn't understand sarcasm or lying, which is pretty cool.
He's
'cause
kind of like
they're spying on Sonic, and he's telling Tom that he's at home, and Knuckles is like, "He's at home. We must get him." And Eggman's like, "He's not at home. We're tracking him."
I had another great idea of what Knuckles is like. He's like Drax the Destroyer when we first meet him in Guardians 1. He doesn't understand like when someone's joking or whatever.
Knuckles is like
He takes everything very literally.
Knuckles is like a spiky red guy with fists,
Yeah, big fists.
with spikes on him,
Very strong fists.
and he goes, "You got to punch fast."
Yep. That's his catchphrase.
Ora. And so, shocker, things don't go well on the mountain space, and
For our heroes.
for our heroes, and the bad guys get the compass, and Sonic triggers an avalanche, which means that he needs to get
Classic.
Tom to throw a ring to get him. And then an avalanche takes over the entire wedding and ruins the whole wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Why would they ruin the whole wedding?
Well, not on purpose, but it just plays into the further hate for Tom.
Yeah, and
Which, I mean, is it
it's-
justified?
probably.
Yeah,
Let's
probably.
be real.
I think we talked about that on the first movie.
And so it ruins the wedding, and then the sister goes off and is like, you keep on doing this, everything's ruined because of you. And then some old dude shows up and he goes, actually, he didn't ruin anything. We're from Gun. It's an organization that was made not 50 years ago, and that was retconned by the third movie, but made after Sonic was found. And yeah, they did that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they said that they created Gun after Sonic's emergence from the first movie,
I literally did
so
not
that they
even...
could protect the world from aliens.
Yeah, because
But Gun existed obviously before that, so
they definitely said
Guns have
that.
existed for a long time, actually.
Thank you. Yes,
I
it's
mean,
like the 1800s.
well into the well into the 1800s.
That's
so.
crazy that they just
Even
lie about
further
that.
back than
Probably
they just
1600s, maybe
Maybe.
1500s.
I mean, some form of projectiles have been used in battles for a
long
long
time.
Well, the Chinese invented gunpowder in like what?
History lesson for everybody. You're in front of a computer, Steven.
Oh, I mean, can I type things up? Can I look up?
Use your phone.
Can I
to
be
safe.
Jamie?
Yeah, just be
use your
safe.
phone to
Okay,
be
I'm
safe.
Jamie. Looking it up. When was?
While he looks
So
up
anyways.
gunpowder.
Yeah.
So Gun shows up and they're like, we're here and we're going to capture the hedgehog. For some reason, I don't know why. Switch to me while I'm talking so that instead
I'm
of
sorry.
Jarvis staring at
I'm trying to look this up.
Jamie, do your job.
I'm sorry.
So
Dude, our show is great.
it's
man.
so good.
Okay.
so good.
I got it. Gunpowder is one of the 4 great inventions of China, originally developed by Taoists for medicinal purposes. It was first used for warfare around AD 904.
Wow, so a lot longer.
Long time ago.
Long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
In a European
In a century,
country,
in a century
long,
far away.
I'm sorry, did you just say China is part of Europe?
Eastern Europe, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll take it.
Just like Russia is part of Asia. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. They don't like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sonic ruins the wedding, and then they're all being hunted down by Gun because Gun has always been a really good government agency that has never killed any 10-year-old girls.
Dude, government agencies are great. How dare you disparage
We
government agencies?
love government agencies here. Every single one of them.
Dude, every time
top of the list, probably Gun.
Every time I come over to Michael's place, he always wants to talk about big government and how great it is.
There's a shrine on that wall over there, actually, for all the government agencies. Don't point over there. Don't point over there.
That he looks at every morning. It's the first thing he looks at when he wakes up, while he drinks a coffee.
And I go, thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
all your
government
work.
agencies.
Thank you, blanket government agencies, for everything you do for me.
So ridiculous.
You can't say that. They'll know. Then they'll know.
If they're watching, I hope they put a like on the
You're
channel.
gonna
video at
hurt
least.
their feelings, Jarvis. They're gonna blacklist our YouTube channel. Anyways, now that we're
Not very
shadow
many
banned
people
from
know about
7
it.
countries,
Not very many people know about our channel, anyways, right now.
I've definitely said worse things. Let's be real. Go put your favorite thing I've said in the comments.
Yeah, go scour our videos with most of your day and find all the Easter eggs of Michael praising the government.
I love the government. I think everything that they do, including indicting people who actually didn't do anything, is a really great idea.
So productive. They're so productive. They spend their money wisely.
I love
too.
when they blame people for things that are their fault.
Classic. So Gun is no different.
No, not at all. I actually don't think that they function even like remotely as
Who's
well as the games
taxpayers,
make
never
a.
mind.
make
I was
'em-
like, who's paying for this?
Gun in the games is very efficient. Like they're doing stuff in the games. They got like secret bases.
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
mean they're making stuff, but I mean
There's
I
not a
don't-
lot of people.
I don't think they do anything
It's
to the
because
benefit
Shadow
of the
killed
American
them all
people.
in Shadow the
Whoa.
Hedgehog.
Can you see?
Spoilers.
me?
That was it. Yeah, sorry. That movie's probably not out for another like 7 years.
So,
They're gonna make it. You know they're
Don't
gonna.
say
So-
that.
so-
Don't put that into the world.
Gun shows up at the wedding.
Yeah,
ruins
they try to
everything.
get Sonic, and then at some point they don't, and then Sonic goes, "I have to use my powers to stop Eggman and Knuckles from getting the Master Emerald."
Oh, and remember the huge twist that really makes this movie? That Rachel's fiance slash husband is.
Oh yeah, I kind of
working-
glossed over that. The whole
That's like the
wedding
most
was put
important
up
part of the movie.
by Gunn, and it was all fake. The wedding was fake,
But the love was real.
but the love was real, and he had never made him feel more like a man than when he was with her.
Yeah. Hey, put to our few viewers, put in the comments. Would you rather have a fake wedding but real love, or fake love but a real wedding? That's what I want to know about.
Both.
Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. All right, so Sonic walks on water because he is Hedgehog Jesus, and gets to this weird underwater temple where Knuckles and Eggman have already gotten the Master Emerald, and Eggman goes, "Haha, sucker, I tricked you. I was going to take this power for myself." And then Eggman Chaos controls himself back to Green Hills, which is crazy. How much of the games do you know, Jarvis?
I mean, not as much as you at all.
Have you played any of them?
Yeah, a long time ago. Remember, we talk about this a lot. I'm very old.
Yeah.
I was alive when the first Sega console came out, and I did play it.
Are you familiar with Chaos Control?
No.
Okay, so for people who aren't losers like me, Chaos Control is a move that was coined in Sonic Adventure 2 for Shadow to use the Chaos Emerald to teleport, and he has to have one. Like, he has to physically have one in his hand to do so. So, like, it makes sense. It makes sense that Eggman having the Master Emerald can use the Chaos Control without even knowing what it is or saying the phrase, because like most animes, you have to say the thing if you're going to do the thing. Domain expansion, for instance,
Or Bankai.
Yeah, Bankai. But in the Shadow the Hedgehog game and the new Shadow Generations, they kind of explain how Chaos Control works. And it's because, and follow me here, for people who aren't familiar, just follow me for a second.
Man, Chaos Control just sounds like my daily week at work.
Fair. That's true.
Just chaos.
Your
control.
job, my job too, honestly. Let's be real. Most
They named
jobs.
it after they named it after the most common experience in humanity.
So Shadow was made by combining the DNA from Black Doom, which is a demon
That's crazy.
from another dimension that went to Robotnik's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, and said, "Hey, if you want to cure this 10-year-old girl of her cancer, you can use my DNA to create the ultimate life form." And so Black Doom can control time and space without Chaos Emeralds. And so Shadow is able to use Chaos Control because he has the DNA of Black Doom, the interdimensional demon being. So this movie basically is just suggesting that Robotnik also has a little bit of Black Doom in him.
So
That's
wait,
my synopsis.
small tangent. How was Shadow supposed to cure? I'm assuming Maria's cancer.
Okay, well,
because I didn't know that.
That's
So-
if we get to that movie.
So the thing that might happen in Sonic 3, that was a sick transition, by the way. I don't know if anyone else will catch it, but that was good. It was so unintentional. It followed my hand wiping over it. It was great.
Yeah, I'm an artist.
So the reason for Shadow's existence is because Gerald Robotnik was working with Gunn on the Space Colony Ark, and his granddaughter Maria was dying on Earth and no doctor could cure her. And so he brought her onto the Space Colony Ark because he's a scientist and decided to start a project to create the ultimate life form. The first one was the Bio Lizard, which failed, and he felt like he was a failure. And then Black Doom approached him and said, "Hey, what you're missing is a little bit of Black Doom in you." And and gave him some DNA to create a hedgehog for some reason, which is still not explained.
How did he get this DNA?
I don't want to know. No one asked that question, and so yeah,
He was just willing to offer up his DNA.
and we'll never know if getting Shadow's DNA. There you go.
Maybe he sneezed in his eyeballs.
Oh, perfect. Great image.
So I'm assuming, because I don't remember that from Sonic Adventure 2 at all.
That's
must
all
be,
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay.
And Shadow Generations.
That makes sense as to why I don't know about that at all.
Yeah, it's so we don't ever get to know if Black Doom was just yanking Gerald's chain about curing Maria, but what we do know is Gunn didn't like the idea of Gerald making an uncontrollable ultimate life form and shut the whole thing down, and in the game shot the old man, shot the little girl, and shot Shadow into space, and then kept him in stasis on Earth for not 50 years, but a long time. Maybe 50 years. It depends on how old Eggman is.
All right, I apologize for the deviation.
But that's an important context because the movie does insinuate that
Eggman has
Ivo Robotnik Eggman
yeah
has some Black
demon
Doom
blood.
DNA.
Some demon DNA.
Yeah, he's got that demon in him,
Ah.
quite literally.
possibly.
So
But
he-
something that I won't talk about is that in the games, Sonic can also use Chaos Control, which we have no idea what Sonic's background is. Allegedly, he's just an anthropomorphic hedgehog.
He's just a guy that loves adventure.
I'm just a guy that loves adventure. The name's Sonic the Hedgehog, which is an actual line from that game.
Oh yeah, I gathered that
Good.
much.
So it's like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me, which is something Shadow says.
Interesting. I wonder if he says that in Sonic 3
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
next year when we do the review for it.
Yeah, next year. Oh, you're going to have to wait a whole year.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait a whole year for that one.
Where was I? Jeez. Oh, so Robotnik got to Chaos
Yeah.
Control, which is pretty sick.
He teleports.
And then Knuckles is drowning because the temple's falling apart from all of the energy
and the
spewing
water.
and the water.
He's doing a lot of the drowning.
And Sonic
Carrying
goes,
the load
well,
along.
he's drowning, but I can't swim. And he goes, I got to save him. It's kind of what heroes do. And he goes down, he saves him, and then Knuckles leaves him to drown, and then goes, actually, I should probably save him. He saved me. And then they become friends. That's how that works. And then they go back to see that Eggman made a giant mech robot.
Yeah.
Similar to the ones you'd see in
The-
Sonic Heroes.
Hey, so just like in real life, the police show up and do absolutely nothing.
The police did show up, like many monster movies, like I explained in the last one. The police, who are going to save us because they're the police, show up and can't do anything. And Team Sonic does their very best to try to stop him, but they can't do it.
very, very best.
And then they get into this big, awesome fight scene that is a big reference to a lot of the games. And then Sonic kicks Eggman at some point and gets the emerald out of him.
The big Robotnik robot that he created with his mind using the emerald's power.
Yeah.
And then at some point,
Sonic gets the emerald.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Eggman-
remember it's about to. It's like
Yeah, it's
underfoot.
about to
Knuckles
step
about to
on
crush
all
him.
of them.
I thought Knuckle punches it out of him.
That makes sense. Knuckles punched it.
punches-
Yeah.
He punches his way through the robot, punches Eggman, and all these and no coins,
No
rings,
coins, yeah.
but emeralds.
Which
come
means
out
he
of him.
probably should have lost right there.
Yeah, the emeralds come out of him, and they just so happen to land right in front of Sonic, I think.
Yeah, and Sonic is about to get stepped on with his big dommy mommy feet. And
Until he utters his catchphrase,
gotta go fast.
and the jewels respond, and they come together again.
and
because
then
they felt-
and then everyone collectively loses their mind because Super Sonic is here and he's very powerful.
He
and
shoot-
he
he
beats
shoots up-
the shit out of
he
Eggman.
shoots up through the robot's foot,
Yeah.
and then he goes fast on Eggman's
Yeah.
face,
He went real fast all over Eggman.
and he just couldn't handle it. And
Yeah.
so Sonic won.
And then it's assumed that Eggman's dead because he just kind of like fell really from a really high place. Because everyone knows when you assume somebody dies in a movie, that means they're dead.
They have not learned what we all learned in Zombieland, that you need a double tap.
Yeah.
And he did not double tap.
And then Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles play baseball, and Knuckles wins because he's very good at punching, and he is having the fun. And then they go get ice cream, and then the post-credit scene shows Shadow waking up. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery.
Yeah.
That's Sonic 2. And everyone also looks at the credit scene and goes, yes, please, to the next one.
Give us more, and they have obliged.
Hey, you.
How'd you like that episode? Did you like it?
You like movies? You like this one?
Do you?
You should subscribe to this channel right now.
Also, as well.
Yeah. You got friends? Yeah, you do.
Do you? Hopefully.
Show it to them.
Prove
Show
it.
this to them.
Prove it to us you got friends.
There's other videos to watch too. Why don't you watch those if you're so cool?
Yeah, prove you're not a bot. Leave a comment.
Nerd.